Good morning and happy Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to share with you how I am able to live my dream life. It is a question that anybody that is living a level of success or freedom is asked all the time. How do I get there? How do I turn my dream into my reality? How is it that you are living your dream life? Tell me what you did. And I remember being that person. That's how I got to where I am today, because I was asking those questions. I was asking those questions, but to the wrong people. I needed to be asking those questions. How do you teach me success mindset was one of my questions. Teach me success mindset, because I knew it was about mindset, because it wasn't about what I was doing or how hard I was trying, because I was trying really hard and I was doing a lot and I knew a lot and I was doing everything that I was being told to do and more. And I was not able to break through and get there, right, where I wanted to be. And I remember asking the questions, and a lot of people they were willing to share with me, the books they read, a little bit about their mindset or their attitude, but they didn't tell me how to change my settings in my mind in order to have a success mindset, right? That's what they weren't able to articulate or transfer or teach me step by step on how to do until I ran into, not physically, but the work of Bob Proctor. And this was a man who could teach me how to do exactly what I'm going to teach you to do. Okay, what are the steps to living your dream life? Now, my dream life, I wrap up under this statement: total freedom, which is doing what I want, what I love, when I want, with whom I want, as often or as infrequently as I want. Total freedom. So for me, that means doing what I love and doing what I really want. Okay, what I want. And what I mean by want is, what do I want? And not what can I afford, or what can I what's in the budget, whatever I want. Okay? With whom I want. So I want to work with like-minded people who are positive. They're going somewhere. They're studying this material. They're tapping into their infinite potential. They talk about visions. They talk about what we truly are as spiritual beings. They're not talking and complaining about the stuff that the masses are talking about. I also want to spend as much time as I possibly can with my family, specifically my boys. I have been a stay-at-home mom since the very beginning, 15 years ago, or even before that, because I wanted to be at home. And I remember a very pivotal period of my life. I was able to be a stay-at-home mom because my husband at the time worked away and he made a lot of money, and I didn't have to work, and I could be the stay-at-home mom. I could be the farm wife and the housewife and the ranch wife, and I loved it. That was my dream, to be able to have that freedom. When my husband and I separated and I moved to town and I became my own sole income earner for my family, I had to really have a look at myself and make some decisions. And one of the decisions I had to make was, am I going to continue to be a stay-at-home mom without having that partner, without having that support system financially and in all other ways? And stay at home and somehow figure out how to do this on my own, because to me, freedom was being at home, being the person that got them off to school, picked them up from school, was there for all their events, for all their sports, for all their award ceremonies, could be the volunteer driver. For me, and this may not be for you, but for me, that was the world. That was the world, just to be as much part of my kids' lives as I can in their lifetime, especially when they were younger. Right now they're 12 and 15. So that's one of the decisions I had to make, okay, was to go down that scary path of doing this on my own while staying at home and not getting a job or security or benefits or pension. Okay, so here I am out on my own. I've lost my security, right? My sense of security, because I was no longer married, and I had to figure this out on my own and continue to be a single stay-at-home mom in a very small town where our options are very, very limited. And I did not want to get a job just to pay for daycare, okay, and be broke. Okay, I didn't want to be broke. I didn't want to worry about money. I wanted to be able to provide a life for my kids that we all absolutely loved. So step one of how I'm continuing to live my dream life, doing what I want, when I want, with whom I want. And I really want you to think about that. Are you doing what you truly want? Or are you doing things that you think you should do, that you think you can do, that fits in the budget, that is comfortable? Are you making up lies and alibis and excuses or logic as to why you can't become more, why you can't have more, why you can't do more? Okay? Are you living how you want to be living? You've got to define that, and that takes work. That takes a lot of honesty. And you've got to become dissatisfied with where you are and how things are going, because nothing's going to improve if you keep accepting the way that they are. Now, I'm not saying don't be grateful for what you have and where you are, but I'm saying don't be satisfied with it, because if you're satisfied with it and you're satisfied with staying in your comfort zone, then there's no room for improvement. So you have to be very dissatisfied. What I call enough is enough moment. That is step one. You've got to get so almost fed up in dissatisfaction and frustration even to get you to the point where you say enough is enough. Why is that so important? Because your pain has to be great enough for you to make a decision to change. Because change causes a lot of discomfort and a lot of growing pains. So the pain of staying where you are has to be greater than the pain of changing. Because if it's not, you're not going to go through with it. It's going to stay a wish, a want, and a dream. It's really important that we take an honest look at ourselves. Are we honoring that little voice inside that says, wouldn't it be nice if we could? I would really love to. Yeah, it's scary, but I think we should go for it. Are you honoring and listening to that little voice inside? Okay? Because that little voice inside wants you to grow, to further express yourself and expand, have more freedom, have more wealth in all areas of your life, have more riches, more fun, more fulfillment, more joy. That's what that little voice wants for you. Are you honoring it? Are you listening to it? Are you going to get yourself to that enough is enough moment where you literally say in one way or another, enough is enough. I'm not doing it this way anymore. Because if you're not willing to honor and embrace that moment, you're truly not prepared or ready for success or more abundance or more of anything, improvement. Whether that's in your health, your relationships, your finances, your business, whatever that is, if you're not willing to say enough is enough, that's going to pull you or push you towards that definite decision. See, when you make a definite decision, a lot of people miss this. They miss it. They have all the potential in the freaking world, all the potential they could ever ask for, an enormous capacity for change and improvement. That's already within you. You don't have to go to Amazon and get that. You already have it. But if a person's not willing to make that committed decision, then they remain interested in a better life. And if you're interested in something, you only do it when it's convenient, when it's easy, when it feels good, when it's not hard, when everything's lining up, when you have the support of others, when it doesn't grow you. That's when you're interested in something. But when you're committed, that's when you step into a whole new universe, a whole new dimension of you. You get to learn a part of you that you didn't even know was within you, but it does not happen until something inside of you changes. There's a switch inside of you, and you've got to turn that switch over. And that comes with making a committed, irrevocable decision. And you're not going to know how you're going to get there or what it looks like, and you're going to be scared. But take that fear as a positive sign, a step in the right direction. Because it's telling you, it's an emotional indicator that is telling you, hey, we are about to become more, be more, do more, and have more. We're about to grow. And the point of a goal, and I don't care if it's in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your time freedom, that goal, the thing that you want, its point is to grow. The point of a goal is to grow. So you're going to have to grow in order to achieve something greater, bigger, better. And it's your birthright to have bigger, better, more. We are here to grow. That's why everything on this planet is here. Nothing on this planet is here to remain the same, to remain small, and to not grow. Anything and everything that's on this planet, its sole purpose on this planet is to grow. Are you growing? Are you growing? To answer that question, just have a look at your results. Are they getting better? Are they getting consistently better? Are they getting bigger and better quicker, or are they taking a long time? That's your growth rate. And if you want more, then you're going to have to grow faster. Chances are you have all the ingredients. You just don't have the recipe, right? You're trying to build something. You're trying to make something, trying to get somewhere, and you have all the ingredients, but you just don't have the recipe. Step one of the recipe is, can you honestly say that you have made a committed decision? That you are at your enough is enough moment, that the pain of staying where you are is greater than the pain and discomfort of changing and transforming. Because if you're not there yet, you want to get there. And if you're there, what's holding you back from making that committed decision? I will help you. I will help you if you are there, and if you're at your enough is enough moment, and you're like, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to do this. I don't want to stay the same. Something has to change, and I know that something is me. If you're there, I'll help you. I know what the next step is. And if you're not there, I want you to spend some time in reflection. Do I want to be where I am 5 years from now? Do I want to be where I am 10 years from now? 15 years from now? And if the answer is no, then you want to have a hard look at how you're living and how you want to be living, and get yourself to that point where you are no longer willing to stay where you are, and that you are willing to pay the price and change and sacrifice parts of you and your identity and your thought process and your beliefs and your habits. Oh, that sounds really scary. Yeah, it is, which is why the pain of where you are has to be greater than the pain of experiencing all of that change. Okay? It's not a difficult process. It's not a difficult process, but you need the recipe in order to pull this off. Okay, you've got the ingredients. So that is step one. Enough is enough moment. Get yourself to make that committed decision. And if you think you have, ask yourself, honestly, am I interested in this, or am I committed? There's a big difference. And you need to know where you're at. And again, I'll help you. I'll help you or figure out where you're at and how to close that gap. So every day I'm going to share with you one of the steps on how I am able to live my dream life of total freedom. I mean, we have such a blessed life, but at the same time, I know it can get so much better. I literally have so much time and money freedom that it is just the most epic life. I literally do what I want. I do what I love in all ways. I don't limit myself in any way. Are there things that I still want? Yes. Are there things that I still want to experience? Yes. I want to become so much more and do so much more and have so much more. And that's the beautiful part about having a life that's worth living. It's all about growing. So I'm going to be here for you, and I'm going to be sharing with you steps that I've taken, that if you take these steps along with me, your success is inevitable. It's literally guaranteed. Okay, these are the steps that you want to take if you want to live your dream life. If you want your dream to be how you live every single day moving forward for the rest of your life. I'm here for you. I'm happy to help, and we'll talk to you guys on tomorrow.